live, which means I'm gonna pack up orders for this whole weekend. I had a Black Friday sale. The sale is still going on, and everything on our website is basically 30% off, except for these beauties. These are our new arrivals. We have the cobalt, we have gold, and we have a platinum right here. This is our Elements collection. This is inspired by the essence of you and the different metals, actually, that there are. And so we have cobalt. Cobalt is like a beautiful blue. It's shiny, it's shimmery. And we have gold, of course. Gold, I love gold. It's my favorite. It goes with everything. And then we have platinum. These colors are definitely made to make you shine. It's definitely for it's made at least I lost my train of thought. But these colors were made for like evening wear. I thought of it for like something you can wear with like a jacket, or if you're going to a holiday party, or if you're going like any type of event. But they're actually very lightweight and very comfortable. So this is something that you can actually wear if you just want to hang out the house, you want to go to bed, you can wear these to sleep. So these are our new Elements collection. Again, cobalt, gold, and platinum. And actually I wanted to show you what they look like. And these new arrivals are actually 15% off. So this is our cobalt here. Oh, how beautiful is this? This is the cobalt. Like, you see how shiny and shimmery that is? And how beautiful that is. Inside, of course. Hi, it's me, Sophia. Thanks for joining in. We have satin on the inside. Satin is great for your hair. For any type of hair, because it's going to prevent frizz. First of all, it's going to keep your hair's moisture, and it's also going to prevent tangles. So this is a must for any hair, whether you have curly hair, straight hair, this is a must. And the design of the Aphrona, for those of you who aren't familiar with the Aphrona, this is going to help keep your curly hair intact. So if, let's say, I'm in New England, so if you're in New England, it gets really cold outside, you want to cover your ears, you want to cover your head, and you don't want to flatten your curls, this will be perfect to wear to keep your hair intact, keep it protected, and, you know, keep your ears and head nice and warm. But not only that, a question that I often get is like, why? Because I often advocate you should cover your curly hair in the winter. And people are like, why should I cover my hair in the winter? The reason is because just like our skin, like right now my skin is actually like my hands are getting kind of dry because it's winter here, it's getting colder. Just like the cold air wicks away moisture from your skin, it does the same thing to your curly hair. And so by the end of the season or during the season, your hair ends up getting really, really dry. And that's going to affect not only the look of your hair, but also the health of your hair. So that's why I always say cover your curly hair, and this is a perfect thing to cover it with because it's not going to flatten your hair. And it's also going to look really good. Yes, and it's perfect for long wavy hair. I love my wavy girls and my wavy hair people, because the Aphrona, you see this is a really long size, but for wavy hair, you probably have a tendency to kind of lose your pattern and your like wave pattern. And typically you'll like scrunch your hair like this, right, with your hands to try to get it back. But this, the Aphrona, it has different sizes. So basically your hair is going to like lift up and it's going to sit on top of your hair, or your head, excuse me. And so it's going to keep the scrunch and it's going to keep your curls defined. On top of that, if you wear this regularly, it's going to keep your products in. So your product's not going to like wash off, or like it's going to sustain your product inside of your hair. So that means that's another way that it's going to keep your waves defined. So it does work for wavy hair. If you have wavy hair, I recommend a shorter size, But you can figure all that out using our size quiz or our size chart. They are all on our website. So if you scan this, you'll get this size chart, but that's obviously if you're like in person. But you can take our size quiz, all found on our website. I don't know where mine personal went. I wanted to show you what this looks like, so I might have to open one up. This is our platinum color. But I really love this look. It's you see it's a little bit intimidating, right? You see like all the shine and the shimmer, but this is a really comfortable, and it's actually very lightweight. So if you want to wear it to bed, you can also wear it to bed. And you know, if you want to wear it out, you can wear it out. It's definitely what's it called? Versatile. All the Aphronas, to wash them, and it's an easy wash too. Just throw it in the wash and then air dry it. Just because this has like a lining, you don't want like the dryer to kind of like shrink one fabric and then leave one not shrunk. So I just always recommend throw it in the wash and then air dry it, and it'll last you a good while. This is our Mirabal. Right here is straight across, and then this is our anacaona that has like a pleating there. I actually want to put one on so you guys can see what it looks like. I want to put this one on. Sorry, I'm like, it's definitely winter in Massachusetts because I don't know, something's going on with my throat and nose, but who cares? We have to work, right? But I feel like the more I ignore it, the quicker it goes away. So, but it's just, you know, natural. The weather. It's, why does this say C? Ooh, this is not C. I got the wrong side. So I'm actually going to put this one on. This is the Cobalt Aphrona in size C. This is my particular size. I'm going to put this on. Although today I think I might be a size B because I don't have as much volume. They put this over your head, right? Like this. And I'm going to show you in a little bit another way that you can put it on if you don't want to put it over your curls, because I actually had a question. Somebody asked me, or they were concerned that putting it over their head was going to flatten their curls. So there's another way that you can put it on that you don't have to like put it down like this. But right, and so then you lift it up, and so your hair is going to stand up like this. A lot of people call me Marge, but this is like, I feel like a definitely upgraded version of Marge, but this is actually how I would recommend for you to go to bed. So right here, you close the drawstrings, and once this is closed, your hair is completely shielded and cocooned in a satin, like a satin, it's cocooned in satin basically, right? And so the satin is really good for your hair. Like I said, it prevents frizz, it prevents tangles, it keeps your hair's moisture, so it basically keeps your hair healthy. But not only that, the design of this, when you go to bed, you're not going to be sleeping on your hair as you would maybe like with a bonnet or just if you use nothing. You're going to be sleeping around your hair like this, right? And so by sleeping around it, all the volume is here, and boom, when you take it off, your curls are intact. Not only that, you can take the drawstrings, tie it, wear it as a bun, and so you can go out, you can fully protect your curly hair without flattening your curls. And this is when you sleep, and this is when you're out. Also, if you cook. Yeah, and if you're from Canada, I cannot imagine how cold it gets up there. I've been there in the summer, and actually, ironically, it was hotter over there than it was over here. But yeah, this is perfect because you see, I can cover my ears. I can fully cover my ears, and I can cover my head. I don't know why I'm getting a rash here. I can fully cover my head, and my curls are also protected, but I'm not going to flatten my curls. To order from the UK, the London area, it's $21 for the UK, I actually added another service, the UPS service. So that's about $21 to ship. We're in the United States, so to ship from here to the UK, you're probably looking at $21. That's usually what we go for. Thank you, Sophia. Thanks for popping in. So this is the look that I prefer to go out. So these are the two looks that you're gonna get. The crown, which I recommend to sleep, and the crown bun, where you're gonna fully cover your hair without flattening your curls. Now, as you see, there's other ways that you can also style the Aphrona. There's the open crown, there's the turban, and there is the pineapple. I'm gonna take this off. I'm gonna show you how you can put this on without putting it over your head, and I'm gonna actually do the open crown style if you wanna see that. You see that? I take it off, and voila, I have my curls back. And it's like, what other hat can you wear for a good 8 hours and still have your curls intact? Like, I don't know of any. I don't know. So this is the other way that you can put on the Aphrona. So basically, you just stick your hand in here. You stick it through the other side. Then you grab all your hair. You just want to grab it up. Bring it on up. Bring it on up. Like this. And then you bring it over. Like that. This is actually more helpful when you have somebody else helping you, but if you're going to do it on your own, this is how you do it. You see how I'm still holding my hair? Right? And then you just release it, and then your hair's out. And now, I'm going to tighten the drawstrings, and I'm going to create a whole different look with my Aphrona. The cool thing about the drawstring is that it not only fully covers, excuse me, I told you my throat was like super dry. It's not easy living in New England. But, so you're going to take the drawstrings, right? The drawstrings are cool because it's not only going to fully cover your hair, but it's also going to help you create different styles. No, this is my real hair, definitely, for sure. I mean, also, if you wear wigs, you can also wear this. I'm not too familiar with wigs, so I'm not going to speak too much about it, but I know that if you have, like, if you're wearing a wig that lasts longer than a day, like a day wig, or, sorry, I hope I'm not offending anybody, but if you have a wig, I know that there's some wigs that last like longer than a day. You don't just like yank them off. You can wear this to preserve your wigs or your weaves. You can use the Aphrona to preserve your hair as well, either wigs or weaves. So this is another look. This is the open crown look. Right here, that's what we have right here. I'm just looking because I did not see these gray hairs before, but they're here. It's fine. I'm accepting them. I actually decided I don't think I'm gonna dye my hair. I know, like, my mom growing up, she always dyed her hair, and that's like what I saw growing up. But like the last 5 years, she like went fully gray, and she looks so good. But I think what I learned through that process was that once you start dyeing your hair and then you move to not dyeing your hair and you want to go fully gray, it's a really awkward, difficult process. So I think I'm just gonna keep like my grays because it's just like harder to start dyeing your hair and then stop dyeing your hair. So I'm just gonna let them be. But every day I just find new ones. I don't know what it is. My first grays was when I was like 24 years old, and I was like going through a very stressful time. Look at them, look at, they want to say hi. How you doing? So I blamed it on the stress, but actually it's hereditary because my mom has a really, like, her whole hair is white, and my dad had a lot of grays as well. But I'm proud of them. They definitely behave a lot different than my regular curls, but whatever. But you see that? I take it off, and then I have my curls intact. I'm good to go. I'm going to purchase. Hi, Nika the Shorty. Let me know if you guys have any other questions. I'm actually here because I wanted to tell you about the sale that I have going on. 30% off just about everything. 15% off our new arrivals. That includes this beautiful cobalt Aphrona that is just like perfect. It screams the holidays, honestly. All satin, all made here at the workshop. This is something you're getting US made, handmade. These hands have touched it. Definitely. And then I got some other girls helping me. This is all very locally made. Custom fees for Canada, I think if it's below like a certain amount, you're good. I don't know too much of the custom fees for each individual country, but I think Canada, if it's like above a certain amount, it's not as much. But I can look into that. If you still have a question, you can email me info@wovenworld.com and I'll help you out. But I ship a lot to Canada, and I honestly don't think that they're too bad on the custom fees because I ship a lot to Canada. So yeah, we do ship internationally. London is a big one. The UK, Australia, Canada, all those places. The Netherlands. Actually, I'm not gonna put this back. That's after we use it, we do not sell it. So I want to make sure that I remember that I put that one on. But today I was here because we got a bunch of orders. So typically I like to go on lives and do my orders with you guys and put the orders together and ship them out. But since we were having the cyber sale and like we have these very brand new arrivals that are super cute and adorable and I love them and they're great for the holiday and I want to tell you about it. We got so many orders for Black Friday and it was so nice. Like it was great. We had a great Black Friday, and I think we had a great Black Friday because we had a really good sale. Like I wanted to be really generous. I wanted it to feel like, hey, you're actually gonna save, not like, oh, we're having a sale and you're getting like 5% off. So 30% is like pretty much like the biggest I think I've ever discounted. So I wanted to make sure that you took advantage of it. Definitely a lot of people took advantage of this, and so now I just have to basically fulfill these orders. This is the hard part, but the fun part, the best part is when you get it in your hands. The worst part is when I get an email saying that you're not happy with me or what you got, but that doesn't happen that often, which is good. But okay, so where do we start? 4426. All right, so we have a mystery. Okay, actually we got some mystery Aphronas and I wanted to tell you about that. Mystery Aphronas are Aphronas that we make in the shop, and sometimes they have like certain, this is a mystery Aphrona. This is how it showed up. You see that? Mystery Aphrona. Mystery Aphrona. So basically we make everything in shop, in-house, and sometimes we make mistakes. We're human. But I didn't want to throw them away. I didn't want to throw away the products or the Aphronas and things that we make here because it's just like it'll be so much waste. And so after some time and after some thought, I'm like, hey, maybe I should actually like start selling them because they're still functioning. They're fully functioning Aphronas. They're good. Sometimes I'll have like a little hole here and there. And so I'm like, hey, why not create like a mystery page? And if you order from there, you're not going to know what you're going to get. All you're gonna know is what size you're gonna get, and I think that's it. You're not gonna know the era, nothing. You're not gonna know the color. Sometimes I've made Aphronas that are like with crazy patterns. Like you might get one with a crazy pattern. You might get one with like a hole. You might get one with like a different color satin. They're just like little things, but they're fully functioning. And so actually, to my surprise, I thought about it for a long time, but to my surprise, it's doing really well. Like people are actually ordering. So we have a mystery Aphrona, and I'm going to pack one up. right? So example, this is a mystery Aphrona. This one, this is our old collection, and this is like a satin that we've never used. And so this is what I'm packing up as a mystery. So it's a fun place to shop. I definitely wouldn't recommend it as your like sole place to shop, but it's a good introductory if you ever want to try an Aphrona and you really don't care about like the color of the Aphrona or not. Definitely look into that. So this is a B. You got an A. Yeah, so everything is made right here. This is an A. This one's good. You see, like, it's good. It's just certain things that we have really high standards here. So I can't just be selling you anything, you know? All right, that's an A. Let me get my pen. But I would love to know where you guys are coming from. We're particularly from the United States and Massachusetts. Can you massage your hair today? No, I'm not doing anything creepy. But what was I gonna say? I forgot. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, so we're basically from Massachusetts. So we are from Massachusetts, and we ship internationally into the U.S. But I would love to know where you're from, where you guys are coming from. I'm just here gonna ship out these orders. We do everything in house. I feel like we're really unique because we have a very unique product. The Aphrona that hat for your curly hair. You can wear it more than 5 different ways. But we're also unique because we're very local. Everything's made in house. You know, I have like 2 women that help me, and it's me. And so I feel like that's what makes us unique too. We're very local. We can answer your questions very quickly if you just message us, DM us. Like, we are here to help you for sure. But yeah, let me know where you're coming from. I appreciate you joining this live. Again, if you're interested, we are having a 30% off. Basically everything. 15% are new arrivals. These are great because these are the like very unique Christmas gifts, especially if you have somebody who has curly hair. This is like the perfect gift. They're gonna love it. And if you buy it now until tomorrow, you are gonna get 30% off. So why not? Yeah? I got no brain. Okay, one black Aphrona and black. Okay, so if you order from us regular, you're gonna get a nice package in this box. If you order from our mystery Aphrona, you won't receive the package. You'll get it, you know, you'll get it in a bag, and then you'll get it marked that it's a mystery Aphrona. But oh, my throat is like a cotton ball right now. But we're still doing this. I am worried about the sizing. Should I consider my hair being stretched? Or yeah, for sizing, it's at its shrunken state. So when you have curly hair. So for example, my hair, when I stretch it out, it goes to like my armpit basically. But you don't want to consider that when you're doing the size, either the size quiz or the size chart is when your hair's curly. So I would choose shoulder length for me because my hair, when it's curly, it reaches my shoulders. I hope that helps. 4. Wow, that's a lot. Okay. You know what? I'm getting a little bit overwhelmed. I'm going to start putting boxes together, and I'm going to talk to you guys, and then later, no, I'm not a size 8. I'll be, so for the size quiz, it's 3 questions. So first is your size, let me see the chart here. It's your hair length, so that'll be the first question, right? So for example, me, I'll be shoulder length, and then the second question is your hair volume. Do you have no volume, some volume, a lot, maximum? Me particularly, I would be a lot. So I'm going to go down this chart. Right, so it's the first question. My hair length is shoulder. Then my volume is a lot. So I'm down here. And I'm in this box, right? And then my last question is my hair type. And my hair type would be curly. So my size, my Aphrona size is size C. What were your answers? So if you're, so I'm a size C. Depending on the answers you get, that will determine your size. We have a size quiz on our website. If you go on the home page in the navigation, you're gonna see find your size, and there you can take a quiz there. Ugh, maybe I should get some water. But I'm gonna make some boxes and then I'm gonna look through these. It's funny, when I get like overwhelmed, usually I'll work on something else and then I'll get to it. Does anybody else have that same problem? Thank you, I guess. Thanks. So, yeah, I guess it's like the lowest hanging fruit type of thing. You know, you want to do the easiest stuff first, then the difficult stuff last. And that's how I work. Putting boxes together sounds fun to me. You know, all while talking with you guys. If you have any questions, let me know. I am a little stuffy and my throat's a little dry, so I don't know if I'm gonna have to like cut this shorter than I thought, but I'm trying to work with what I got here. I got the water. I mixed it with my orange juice, so that's why it's a little foggy. Another thing I wanted to mention, I don't know if you guys have ever been to any of my other lives, but on my other lives, it was like, I don't think it was darker because I had a ring light, but I always had to have a ring light because it was so dark in the area, and I couldn't move from that area because that's where I had the light. But I installed new lights today, and it makes me so happy. Like it literally feels like a sunlight, like the sun is beaming on my face. Like I'm just so happy. Okay, you're a B. Perfect. Yeah, the quiz is pretty straightforward. But if you have any questions, sometimes people take the quiz and they're still unsure. Again, feel free to message me or just like let me know if you have any questions. Yeah, if you ever have a question, feel free to message me. I'm here to help you. Yeah. I try to answer your like questions through videos. I don't think I've been the best at it. I do a lot of shorts on YouTube, but I try to do videos to answer your questions and help you out. But if there's a question that you have that I haven't answered, just let me know. That's another thing I try to do was like the size quiz. You used to have to tie your hair up and literally get a tape measure. Get a tape measure like this to figure out your size. I don't have a scrunchie. Let me see. I want to show you how we used to like measure for your Aphrona size. It's so fun. Okay, so this is the old way to measure, right? So you would take a handy dandy rubber band or an elastic. These are really bad for your hair, but I'm gonna do it anyways because I want to show you. And you would just make one tie. Ooh. You would make a tie there. Again, this is our old way of measuring for an Aphrona size. These are the Aphronas. And so you would take that, start from the base of your neck to where this ends. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I'm at 13. Let me see. Let me redo that again. Okay. 13. Oh, that's funny. That's very accurate. Actually, that is very accurate. Because with 13, I'd either be a size B or C. And that's basically what I fall into. Like today, like I had mentioned earlier, I said, I'm probably a B today because I don't have as much volume. But typically, like I'm a C, so okay, that's perfect. So it's accurate either way. But since I want to help you out and make your life easier, make our lives easier, I actually ditched that old way of like measuring for your Aphrona size. And now all you have to do is basically just look at our size chart or take our size quiz. And it's just 3 questions. So that's how that happened. But that's so cool. I haven't done that in so long. Memories! Yeah, so we're like a really small business. It's just me, and like sometimes I'll have people help me, and I have two girls that help me. So, but sometimes I forget. Sometimes you forget like where you started, how you started, when you started, where you started. You know, you forget all that stuff, and it's like a friendly reminder. We've been doing this for 5 years. It's our 5th anniversary. This year was our 5th anniversary, and it's just so cool to see like how far you can go if you like keep at it, you keep working at it. Definitely I thought like I was gonna be a cajillionaire like the first day I launched. But it did not happen that way. I am still not a cajillionaire, but I do love what I do and I'm still at it. I mean, I feel like if you have a sense of purpose, you know where you're going, you have good intentions with what you're doing and what you're selling, that things will go well. And of course you have to put, hard work and all that stuff. But patience is an ingredient that I feel like a lot of people do not consider or talk about, because that's something I had to learn. And that's okay. That's okay, because you know what it is too? It's like, I think it's like a lot of social media, because social media just shows you the results. They show you where it's already gone, barely they show you how it got there. And even if they do, it's, a condensed timeline. You're not really living, if it's 7 years, if they're showing you a 7-year timeline, you're going to see that in one take. But, having to wait years or having to put in the work or do that and still not see the result, it can get frustrating. But it's like, you need patience. Patience. I love reading like business books. I've always loved, even before I started my small business, I love to read business books. And I remember reading, I think his name is Phil Knight. It's the guy he's the founder of Nike. I read it when I was 24 years old. I never forget like how old I was when I read it, because the book started with him. I don't know where he was, but I remember he was also 24 years old. And I'm like, ooh, that's interesting. Yes, patience, you need it. Yes. That's in a lot of people, especially with this generation, it's difficult. But that book, I loved it because it was like right before I had started Woven World and Aphrona and my small business. But he actually it took him like 10 years for him to actually like see a profit. It's something like that. Like for him to like not need to take loans in order to buy inventory, in order to keep the business going. It took him like 10 years. And people only see, the brand and what it is now. But I loved reading that book because it showed me like behind the scenes and all the work he had to go through. It was really cool. It's a book I'd highly recommend. It's a little bit thick, but it's definitely worth it. I think it's called Shoe Dog. I love those like biographies. I love reading people's stories. My mom always told me that the best lesson you can learn is not one that you learn from yourself, but it's one that you learn from the experience of somebody else. And I say, you're right, Mama. You're right. And I feel like since I was the youngest, that definitely resonated with me because I'm the youngest of 6. I actually have the curliest hair in my family. I think that's why I created the Aphrona, because nobody knew what to do with my hair. My mom cut it off when I was like 4 years old, and I said, you're not touching my hair anymore. And so I would, I taught myself how to do my own hair. I created my own solutions, and I think that's why I created the Aphrona. But what I wanted to say was that being the youngest of 6, you definitely see like other people's lives and other people's mistakes, and like you don't have to repeat it yourself. I have like 5 older siblings, and I was able to see like, oh, you know, you did this, that didn't go so well. You did that, that went well. Let me try it. So it's definitely an advantage being the youngest, and also like everybody loves you. So like that's another thing. I don't know about you, but I would definitely want to, if I had the opportunity, I would want to be the youngest again. I should have to answer somebody. Give me a second. Oh, whatever. Yeah, it's at 5. I have a meeting at 5, so I have to get out of here at 5. But again, if you haven't, or even if you know somebody, let's say you don't have curly hair, but you know somebody with curly hair, either let them know about our sale, 30% off almost everything, 15% off everything else, or you can get this for them as a gift. It'll be a really nice gift at a really good price. Actually, if you've ever been to my other lives before, I had this issue of like, these boxes are so cute and beautiful, but they would flatten when they ship out. They just, with the weight of other packages, they just flatten. So I had to change how I ship them out. And this is our solution. So this is the new way I ship out Aphronas. Basically, they just come in here with like a little note. You see how that fits perfectly? And so I actually bought these to test it out and see if it worked. It does work perfectly. I absolutely love it. So the next thing I want to do is just basically customize it and just have our logo and our slogan there. But these are the new boxes. That's if you order, this is what you're going to get it in. This cute little box and this cute little box. And again, everything is handmade here. My mother, so my family's from the Dominican Republic. This is actually where the first prototype was made. The first Aphrona. I'm going to go lots of stuff here now, but both of my mother and my grandmother, who I didn't get the chance to meet, but I actually, from all the stories I've heard of her and just like what everyone has said about her, like she was just like an angel and a doll. And so I love her, even though I never met her. But she was actually a seamstress in the Dominican Republic, and my mother was also a seamstress in the Dominican Republic. And both of them had small businesses. And I didn't know this until after I created and started my small business making Aphronas, the hair wrap for curly hair. And when I found that out, I just felt like, wow, that's so cool. Like, I feel like, you know, I'm fulfilling a generational like purpose and just like this this tradition that I had in my family that I didn't even know existed until I started this. I love that. I actually don't know how many boxes I need, but I think I need plenty. Let's see. Oh, let's check. But yeah, let us know where you guys are coming from. We're out here in the States, in Massachusetts. Massachusetts here. New England. I was in Louisiana not that long ago. Anybody from Louisiana here? I personally love the South because you guys, from my experience, everybody's so nice. They're so friendly. They'll actually talk to you. They'll make jokes. I'm more of on the friendlier side, so I think people here in Massachusetts, like, I think they might like it, but they're not like used to it, you know. But in the South, everybody, like, basically everybody's friendly. Like, I remember I went to like a Popeyes, and everything was so nice. Like, I felt like I was getting like grade A service, and but sometimes you don't get that here in Massachusetts. But actually, you know what? I have a phone call at 5 that I need to get ready for. And my honey bear just called me. So I'm going to call him back. And then I'm going to go back. I'll try to hop on here tomorrow because tomorrow is the last day of our sale. 30% off basically everything. And then 15% off our new arrivals, which our new arrivals are absolutely stunning. Stunning. And these are made in the US, made here with a lot of love. And this, if you have curly hair, is a must. It's like having curly hair and not having like leave-in conditioner or mousse or like a gel. Like, you need something. And this is that. But again, 30% off, 50% off new arrivals. I will try to check in here back on tomorrow. I'll see ya. Bye. How do you do this? I don't know how to get out of here. And if I didn't answer your the X mark. If I didn't answer your question, just email me at info@wovenroyal.